Welcome to Elsewhere's Props, a tiny tutorial on how to cut really tiny things. So, your materials are going to be your tiny details that you're going to cut out, a sharpening stone, your exacto knife, contact cement, something to spread the contact cement, and what you are going to glue your details on. Also, pins. This will all make sense in a minute. So first, you prep the surface. Most people try to cut all the details out, and then they try and glue them. You get glue all over your fingers, and it makes it really hard to keep things nice and tidy. So what we're gonna do is we're actually going to spread the glue before we cut the details out. With contact cement, you spread glue on both surfaces. You let it dry about 15 to 20 minutes. Read the package, it will tell you. Get a nice even thin layer over the whole piece. I'm gonna let this cure for a minute, well, about 15 minutes, and we will be right back. Yay, the power of editing. Okay, so now the glue is cured, and we are going to cut it out. You want a very nice, sharp knife, especially since we have glue on this. We don't want it to tear the foam. You don't have to try and get all the details on your first cut. So on something like the wing here, I'm gonna cut that out, and now I can just make a straight cut and pull those little bits out. Start to feel the glue pulling on your knife, time to sharpen it up again. Now I've got a wing. Now, where it gets real tricky is when you have pieces that are really tiny, like this eagle head. What we're going to do is we're going to cut the outline of it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get one of our pins. Use that to poke through. And we can actually poke the non-glue side and use that to place it where we want. I'm gonna wait until I get all these pieces cut out before I actually start placing, so I get all the spacing correct. But that the general idea. So I am going to get all these pieces cut, and we will be right back to get them glued in place. All right, and we're back. So now I have all the pieces cut. I actually left the really tiny pieces left in there. I did cut all the way around, so they will come right out. But we're going to start in the middle. The first piece, I'm just going to use my hands. Contact cement. Once it grabs, it never lets go. So be very careful where you put your pieces. All right. It always helps to reference what you traced for placement. So just get it lined up, press down. Now we're on to the fun part. So where you're going to take your little pin and take your piece, poke the pin in just a little bit, poke it through. I've got your piece, and the pin lets you get the position right where you want it. As it touches, it just grabs right on. So make sure you keep your hands steady. And there you go. Real easy way to get really tiny details put on without getting a bunch of glue and mess all over. Thank you for watching. See you next time.